Hello, welcome back to another of my cooking around the world A to Z cooking videos. Now today we are in the country of Wales. It is a country on its own, so it's got its own parliament, own flag, so it's the only country that actually starts with W. So today we're cooking two dishes. I'm going to do a Welsh Oggie, which is similar to a Cornish Pasty. Now there is a bit of dispute at the moment about which came first, the Welsh Oggie or the Cornish Pasty. But the Welsh Oggie has been dated back to around about 1181. It's mentioned apparently when they was building St Davids Cathedral. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. People in Cornwall might dispute that, but that's 800 years since it was first mentioned, the Oggie, so there you go. Then the other one we're going to do is a biscuit dish called Welsh Cakes, which is like a scone or scone biscuit type thing, which you actually griddle. So that's what we're going to do this week. I hope you enjoyed them. So let's see what ingredients we're using. Now, the only difference between a Cornish pasty and a Welsh pasty, a Welsh pasty uses leeks and lamb, and the Cornish pasty actually uses beef and sweet and potato. That's the only difference. So let's see what ingredients we're using this week then. So I basically told you what the ingredients are anyway. So what we're using for this Welsh Oggie, we've got here 300 grams there of a short crust pastry. I've already made that and it's been chilling in the fridge for a while. That is 300 grams of flour, 75 grams of lard, 75 grams of butter with that one, and 1 egg I've beaten in that one. Now apparently to make a good short crust pastry you want half the amount of fat is what you're using in flour, so that's why I've got 150 grams of a different fat with 300 grams of flour. Best if you pre-make it. Now we're also using here, I've got 1/2 of an onion finely sliced there. I've got 100 grams of leeks which are just sliced up, that's the onions diced, that's just in thin slices. 350 grams there of lamb, finely chopped up in little tiny bits. You don't want it too big, so about that size really, so that's what you need. I've also got 200 grams of a nice firm potato there which I've diced up to about 1/4 inch pieces. I've got 50 milligrams of a lamb stock there. I'm using 1 beaten egg and also just about a teaspoonful of black pepper and a teaspoonful of salt. Now that is basically the simple ingredients for this Welsh Oggie. So let's prepare the pastry cases first of all. Right, so I've cut the pastry in half, so I'm going to do 2 pasties today with the flour. So let's get this rolled out. Make sure it doesn't stick. You can either do giant ones or just sort of normal size pasties. So I'm not going to do these too big. I think that's going to be big enough for the first one. So, yep, I think that's going to do. So I'm going to leave that like that for now. What I'm going to do, when I put the filling in, I'm going to fold it over, then I'm going to cut round and make it in a semicircle. Be easier than just trying to make it into a round at the moment. So that's one done. You do the other one exactly the same, and then when that's done, we'll come back and we'll do it with the filling. So basically 2 of those, and then we're going to get onto the filling now. Right, so do the filling first. Now I've put the oven on at mark to preheat the oven. Now we put that on gas mark 7, which is 230 centigrade, 425 Fahrenheit. So I'll put that on for that heat. So just waiting for that oil to warm up a little bit. Well, that should be enough. So basically just add first of all sliced leek and diced onion into the pot first of all. So you need to give them about 4 to 5 minutes to soften up. Right, they're done long enough. So what we now do, we're now going to put in your lamb or your mutton, depending on what you're using. So now we now need to let that lamb sear off on all sides So we're going to give that about another 5 minutes as well. So after about 5 minutes, we are now going to put in our potatoes, stir those in, put your lamb stock in, your salt and your pepper, what we do now, we now bring that to the boil, then let that simmer. Once it's boiled, turn it down to simmer and simmer it for about 5 minutes. Right, so that's been simmering for 5 minutes. I'm now going to turn that off. And can't really do much. All you've got to do now is let that cool down. Okay, so there's not much we could do till that's cooled down. We're not the next stage, so you might as well go and make yourself a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, gin and tonic if you want one. Put your feet up to. Well, so that's cooled down enough now. So let's. We're going to do brush the whole lot of this with beaten egg. So you brush the whole pastry case with beaten egg all the way around. That's it, there we do that one. I'm going to put in a little bit of this mix into here. A little bit more, I might be able to fit in. And I'm just going to bring this top bit up, over, and then just crimp that all the way round. Brush the top with beaten egg. Go with some brush, and put a little couple of holes just in the top, just let the steam escape, and just cut that round. It's easier this way rather than doing a semicircle. I think it's just make it over bigger than you want, and just easy just to cut it around. It doesn't have to be perfect. So that's that one done. Quite a big one actually, so let me just get this onto the tray. So that one's on the tray there, like so. I'm going to put the other one there, and that's going to go in the oven for 15 minutes at that high heat of, go back to my thing, the gas mark 7, 425, 230, which is already warmed up. So put that in the oven for 15 minutes when you've done both of those. Right, so the second dish this week, we are doing what is known as Welsh cakes. These are basically a Welsh scone or Welsh scone, depending how you want to pronounce it. So for that, we're going to be using 220 grams there of a self-raising flour, 50 grams there of caster sugar. I've got 110 grams of butter, 2 eggs, and I've got 60 grams there of currants. You can use sultanas. Some recipes had sultanas, some had currants, but I'm using currants. So let's get on and we're going to start this dish off. Basically all we need to do with this dish is just put the flour in there. Now we just put the butter in. Yeah, messy. And a good old wooden spoon. We're just going to blend in the self-raising flour and the butter together. So get that done, and I'll come back when that's all blended in together. Basically done, nice and crumbly. So put in the sugar, then mix in the currants as well. Just give all that a mixing, give it all squidgy between the fingers there. Put this to a nice dough. I might not use both eggs, so I'm going to start off just using one egg for now and mix that in. Let's see how that mixes in. Right, I'm going to cheat here and take this over to the mixer. There we go. I think one egg's going to be plenty for this mix. I'm not going to put the other egg in. So now let's put the pastry mat down. You're also going to need about a 5cm cutter there to make little biscuits or scones or Welsh cakes. Now these need rolling out, so they're about 1/4 of an inch thick, so let's give us a roll out. Now what I've got here, if I get the right thickness, I've got 2 sets of table mats which I'm going to put either side in, and that's going to give me the guide to make them exactly 1/4 of an inch thick. I've measured these, they do come out to 1/4 of an inch. So if you've got something similar, just roll it out, and there we go. That's going to be exactly 1/4 of an inch there, that's fine. Then basically we just need to cut out the Welsh cakes. I'm going to put them on there. So just cut those out, as many as you can. Let's see how many it actually makes. Here we go, by mixing that has made 14 round Welsh cakes with a little smidgen left over there. So let's get on over to the cooker and we're going to cook these off. You don't actually put these in the oven. So what we now do, we've got a frying pan. If you've got a griddle, even better. Just put a little tiny bit of butter and melt that off in the frying pan or the griddle. Get that melted so it's covering all of that. And then what you do, okay, and then just gently put these in the pan, and you want gently 4 to 5 minutes each side until they're cooked. So let's leave them to cook 4 to 5 minutes each side, and we come back when it's done. Right, that's the first batch done. You want nice and golden like that, so let me get these out of the pan and start the second lot. I'm going to carry on and cook the rest of them. What they do, while they're still warm, just sprinkle a little bit of caster sugar over the top of them. So that's that. Let's get a bit of caster sugar over the top of these. There we go. There we go, a little bit of caster sugar just on the top there. I'm not going to try one yet because they'll be too hot. So back in the pan, a little bit of butter, and we'll finish off doing the rest of them. There we go, that's the second batch done. I'll put them on top of the other batch. There we go. Put a caster sugar on the top of those. Now I will be completely honest, I've really eaten 2 of the other ones. Now they were nice, I will admit they were nice. It's very quick and easy to do this, so if you want to knock off, you know, just a quick dessert for the kids, a quick biscuits for the kids, these are actually very good and very quick. There we go, that's the batch done. The only thing I would say, I would put more currants or more sultanas in to give them more of a fruitiness. But they still came out nice. Break it in half there. And this one's still a bit hot. Oh, lovely with the sugar on. Thoroughly recommend them. There we go. One batch of Welsh cakes done from this week's video. Right, it's time to get these pasties out the oven now. go, well browned, well cooked. Just open a little bit, so let's try and get this one onto a plate. Go. Put that one on the plate, that certainly looks nice. There we go. One Welsh Oggie. I'm going to let it cool down and I'm going to cut into it. Right, there we go, that's on a plate, so let me just turn it around and cut into this. Pastry is nice and crispy. There we go, now filling looks nice. Cut a little bit out. Just still a little bit hot. Yeah, just there we go. A bit of beef, bit of lamb there. Oh, that lamb is cooked lovely. That is cooked very nice. Try another spoonful there. Got a bit of lamb on it, a bit of the old potato there. Oh. And that actually is very nice pasty. I'm going to try a little bit more. Or let it cool down a bit more. Yeah. Oh. Cooked perfectly. Lamb's cooked perfectly. The leek and the potatoes cooked perfectly. Very nice pasty. I'd imagine it'd be quite nice cold as well, but I'm going to have to let that cool down. I'm going to have that little later on with some chips and my tea. So, that's it for this week. One Cornish Oggie, and I hope you enjoyed the Welsh cakes as well. Here we go. Deleting that. Very nice. Try a little bit more. Whoop, falling everywhere. Very crumbly. Yep. Well pleased with that. Very tasty. Appreciate this. There we go. And Welsh Oggie and some Welsh cakes as well. Welsh cakes is quite a very quick, easy recipe. I've really been asked to do some more by my son. They all went instantly yesterday and said, can you make some more? I said, well, it's not straight away, but I will do. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that one. Do like, subscribe, give it the old thumbs up. Check my other videos out as well. And next week we're going to Yemen and we're going to be cooking a dish from Yemen. So look out for that one. So in the meantime, take care of yourselves, be kind to one another. Catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.